Hello everyone, welcome to Basic Electronic Circuits. We will continue our discussion on clippers and we'll start with clipper number 9. So let us recap what we have done in clipper number 8. So clipper number 8 was the start of series clipper circuits. So the diode were connected in series with the output and the input, and we have seen an important phenomena of tracking, right? So here we found out that output is tracking the input but with a shift. Fine. And here it's easier to analyze when the diode is turning on and off, but it's slightly more tedious to plot the waveforms. So it will become easier if we plot the tracking waveform. And we have seen the concept of tracking. So in the conversion equation, that is V out equal to V in minus VD on, where the entire concept of tracking comes from, there if you substitute V in equal to 0, we'll get a clipping level. So you draw this clipping level, and with reference to that clipping level, you draw the tracking level. So your tracking level is your orange color waveform. And from there, with the help of the conditions of the input and output, the conditions for diode turning on and off, you plot the output waveforms. Okay. And voltage transfer characteristics is quite simple, not so obvious. But drawing the input output waveforms will require a deeper understanding. Now let us concentrate back on this circuit, clipper number 9. So first of all, we have to identify when will the diode D1 turn on. Now we have a battery connected. Earlier in clipper number 8, there was no battery connected, right? So let us concentrate now. So we have a V in, which is a sinusoidal waveform, and this VB is a DC voltage. So let me ask you a question. Whether this VB will be assisting D1 to turn on, or it will be opposing D1 to turn on? What is your answer? By the way, VD on will be around 0.7 volts using constant voltage model. Okay. So this VB, the positive terminal is connected to the cathode. So actually it will be opposing the diode D1 to turn on during the positive half cycle. So that means that much extra voltage V in, that much extra voltage has to be applied to the diode to turn on. Okay. So we can say uh, when V in is greater than VD on. Okay, V in has to be greater than VD on plus VB. Then only the diode will turn on. Then only the diode D1 will turn on. Okay. So during this point of time, what will be my output voltage? That is what we have to find. So when V in is greater than VD on plus VB, diode D1 is on and our circuit is reduced to this network. Okay. Now look here carefully. We have VD on and the short circuit that is replacing the diode, and we have external VB connected and V in also, right? So if you apply a KVL in the loop, what you will get? If you apply KVL in this loop, minus V in plus VD on plus VB plus V out equal to 0. Here it is. So what will be V out equal to? V out will be equal to V in minus VD on plus VB. Okay. So let me write it over here. V out will be equal to V in minus VD on plus VB. So earlier when we checked, if we make VB equal to 0, we'll get the earlier condition. Correct? If I put some VB equal to 0, I'll get V in minus VD on. So what is happening? How is the concept of tracking captured over here? Here we can say output is tracking the input, but with a shift of VD on plus VB. Okay, I repeat, output is tracking the input, but with a shift of VD on plus VB. So let's consider VB also to be 1 volt. So this is what we have so far collected the data. And obviously, this is the first condition, that is V in is greater than VD on plus VB. Then the diode will turn on and V out is given by this formula. Now let us write the next condition, other condition. So over here in this condition, we can say that when V in is less than, okay, the opposite one, when V in is less than VD on plus VB, then diode D1 will turn off. Okay, so V in is less than VD on plus VB, diode D1 is turn off, and we have an open circuit over here. So Ix, current Ix will be 0. That means what? No current will flow to the register. That means my output voltage is 0. My output voltage is 0 volts when the diode is off. Okay, pretty straightforward for series clippers. Now, what we need to do is, obviously this circuit is called as, since we have connected a supply over here, a DC supply, it is called as a biased series clipper. Now whether it is positive or negative, it depends upon the output input waveforms. Now, can you all tell me what will be the clipping level over here? How to find the clipping level? You substitute V in equal to 0 in this equation. So what will be the clipping level? V out will be equal to minus of VD on plus VB. Okay, this will be the clipping level. So first of all, you should mark this clipping level whenever you try to attempt to mark the output waveform. So now let us see the output waveforms directly. V in is sine omega t. There is no doubt in that. And here there is the description of color. Green color is my clipping level. Orange color is my tracking waveform. That is this one. V in minus VD on plus VB. Magenta color is the V out of T, and gray color is my input. Okay, and always remember our output will always come on the the tracking waveform, part of the tracking waveform. So let us see how do we get this, right? So first of all, don't see this directly. First of all, listen what we have to do. The first step is plot the input. Okay, v plus v m and minus vm. Okay, plot the input. Then what do you do is plot the tracking level. Second step is plot the tracking level. Now we know if this is around, let's say it will be greater than zero point 0.7 plus 1 is 1.7 volts. And here it will be, tracking level will be minus 1.7 volts. And here it has to be less than 1.7 volts. Okay, so your diode, this is the clipping level will be at minus 1.7. So immediately draw a line. Here it is shown in green color, the clipping level. This is my clipping level. V out equal to minus 1.7 is my clipping level. Now what you need to do is, see, gray color waveform is drawn with reference to this x-axis, which is your time, right? Now keeping the clipping level as the reference axis, you draw this orange color tracking waveforms exactly in parallel with your, if it is tracking the input. Okay, now this orange color waveform is nothing but your tracking waveform, which is nothing but your V in minus VD on plus VB. So that means what? My input, my output is tracking the input with a difference of VD on plus VB. So this is my orange line. And now after that, once you have drawn this once you have drawn this input in gray, I have drawn it input in gray, you can draw the tracking input in a dotted line, because that is not the output, that is just the tracking level. So also draw the the clipping level, the green color which is shown in green color over here, also in dotted line. Okay, because that is not the actual output. Now what is the actual output? Okay, so if I substitute over here Vin. Now Vin, whenever it is greater than VD on plus VB. So in this equation, if I substitute Vin to be greater than VD on plus VB, obviously V out will be greater than 0. Okay, and the diode will turn on. That means what? Whenever this tracking input is greater than, whenever this tracking waveform is going greater than 0 level, greater than this x-axis, we can say over here, it will follow the out. The tracking level will be marked over here like this. Okay, because this is the condition, this is the case when your diode will turn on. Okay, so the diode will turn on when V in is greater than VD on plus VB. So this level, let's say this level is my 0 level for the input waveform, for the gray color waveform. But for the orange color waveform, this is my 0 level, right? If I add VD1 plus VB, that means I'm over here in the x-axis. So anything about the x-axis for the orange color graph, my output will, the orange color, the tracking level will be covered. The output will track the input. Okay. So here it is. We have covered that line. And for any level less than that, so if I have a V in less than VD on plus VB, so in this equation, if you here concentrate, so in this equation, if V in is less than VD on plus VB, that means V out is going negative. So whenever V out goes negative, your output is 0. Okay. Whenever the stacking level goes to negative value, the output goes to 0. Here it is. So that's how you draw this waveform. I hope it is, I hope you have followed. Okay. So next comes the transfer characteristics. This is very straightforward, simple. So first of all, we have, it's a plot of V in versus V out, and the output is 0. The output will be 0 until V in is less than VD on plus VB. So this is my VD on plus VB, very straightforward. And then you just draw a V in line, which is which is a line passing to the origin with a slope of 1, and from there you draw a parallel line from this curve. Okay, so what you do is, from this VD on plus VB, you draw a parallel line parallel to this V in. So this will be my VTC curve. Okay, so what's the difference between these two lines? This is my V in line, and this is my V in minus VD on plus VB line. Okay, this is my V out equal to V in minus VD on plus VB line. Okay, and the difference between these two lines is VD on plus VB. Okay, pretty straightforward. Fine. So this is my VTC curve. Now what we will do next is, let us quickly simulate this in LTspice and let us observe if we are getting this waveforms or no. Okay. So I'll open the LTspice window. So I'll keep this open. So from this new schematic, I'll type voltage and I place it over here. Then next I will require a diode. Diode we can take it from here. I can press Control R to place the diode over here. Then we again require a supply. So I'll again click on the voltage and click on the Control R button with this direction. And then we have to connect a register. So all the circuit elements are collected. Now we have to join them together, basically. So we can quickly join them together. Okay, like this. And just for the sake of showing key, this is the output is taken across the register over here. We are just extending this just for the feeling of output. And here we are connecting it to ground. So quickly a circuit is completed. Now we have to decide on the diode. So which diode you will take? We will take as usual 4148. So here I have took 4148. This is VB basically. So let me rename it as VB and let us give 1 volt. Okay. Register you can give it as 1K, and this is my V in, which is a sinusoidal signal. So select a sine wave, DC offset 0, amplitude will be 5 volts peak, and frequency will be 1000. Pretty straightforward. Fine. And we will label the input and output node also. So this is my output and this is my input. I can right click and change it to V in. Now we are ready to simulate. So click on simulate, click on run. It will ask for the transient response stop time. So frequency is 1000. So time will be 1 millisecond. But if we want 2 cycles of sine wave, I will write over here 2 milliseconds. So as soon as I enter, I will get a blank screen with the time axis going from 0 to 2 milliseconds. So here I will right click, click on add trace and click on the input first. And then I'll click on the output over here. Okay, and then I'll maximize it, and now let us verify whether whatever we have studied in the waveforms, whether it's exactly matching or no. Yeah, it is. So basically your value of VB is 1 volt and your value of VD on it's 0.7. So what is 5 minus, in this case, what is the let us check it now. So in this case, the height of this waveform should be Vm minus VD on plus VB. So that means 0.7 plus 1 volt. Okay. And Vm is 5 volt, right? So 5 minus 1.7. So how much is that? 3.3. So we should get roughly the height of this output waveform should be 3.3. Let us check that how much it is. Yeah. we are getting 3.34. So very close it is. According to our calculation, it should be 5 minus 1.7, which is 3.3, and we are getting 3.34, which is correct. And as you can see, the entire nature of the waveform is also coming absolutely fine. Okay, so here obviously the clipping level and the tracking waveform, that is orange color waveform, is not visible, only the input output is visible, and you also have to only concentrate on the input and output. But if you follow this procedure of drawing the input waveform first, then the tracking level, then the clipping level, then the tracking level, and then the output, you will not make any mistake. Now let's go on to the voltage transfer characteristics. So I'll right click on this x-axis, and here I'll plot V of V in, and I click over here. Okay, so what do you see? The red color waveform is the V in waveform. Okay, and here the blue color one on the schematic, on the in LTspice window, is my actual output. Okay, as you can see, is exactly one and the same. As you can see, this is blue line is in running in parallel with this red color. Fine. So that's how it will work. And if I place this on the center, and I can even check this level, this will be around 1.5 something, right? So that is 1 plus point 7. So here we are getting slightly lower, 1.65, close to that. Okay, 1.59, 1.6. So this VTC curve is also coming absolutely fine. Okay, so that's how we complete the clipper number 9. Now clipper number 10 will be just the reverse of VB, just the reverse of VB. So we'll quickly see that now. Clipper number 10. So will not take much time now. Will what will happen if VB is reverse? So VB reverse means what? It is assisting the diode to turn on. So that much less voltage I will require to turn on the diode. That means what? Let me come back over here. And okay. So this was for clipper number 9. So for clipper number 10, same story will repeat, but it will be slightly different. I will tell you how. So let me, yeah. So this is my clipper number 10. Again, we are assuming VD on to be 0.7 and VB is 1 volt. Now what will happen? Earlier we said that the in the clipper number 9, it was opposing the diode, but this VB is assisting the diode to turn on. So VIN has to be that much lesser to for the diode to turn on. So what will happen? VIN has to be lesser means what? V in has to be greater than VD on minus VB. Okay, and VD on minus VB means what? VD on is 0.7, minus VB means minus 1. So it will be 0.3 volts. Okay, and what will happen when V in is greater than VD on minus VB? The diode is on and the circuit is replaced by this equivalent network. Okay, and if we apply the KVL in this loop, what you will get? Minus V in plus VD on minus VB plus V out equal to 0. So that's what we have written over here. Okay, so if we rearrange, we'll get V out equal to V in minus VD on minus VB. So wherever you have plus VB, now it will become minus VB. Okay, so this will also become, clipping level also will be minus, correct? So it will be clipping level will be 0.7 minus 1, that is will be minus 0.3. So minus or minus, it will be plus 0.3 volts. Clipping level will be positive, and here it will be also minus in the negative half cycle. So again, what can we say? The output tracks the input, but with a shift of VD on minus VB. Okay, so output tracks the input, but with a shift of VD on minus VB. So that's what the concept of tracking means over here. So for the other side, when V in is less than VD on minus VB, what will happen? The diode D1 will be off and the circuit will reduce to this. So we have Ix equal to 0. So no current will be flowing through R1. So output voltage V out will be 0. So story same over here. Okay. Now this is easier to identify which, I mean, when the diode is turning on and off is easier. Now we have to pay attention at the clipping level. Okay. So pay attention at the clipping level. One hint is clipping level will be positive. So in the exam, you might get, some numbers Like I am taking general. So in the exam, they might give you in numbers form. Key input is 5 volts peak to peak. Plot the output waveform for this circuit, assuming VB is 1 volt and constant voltage model. So you have to take these numbers into account. Okay, that's what the power of LTspice comes. We can put any numbers and we can verify the result. Okay, so what do you, don't worry about the input output waveforms, how I got it. Output waveform, how do I got? First, step number one in understanding this input output waveform is what? First of all, understand the colors over here. Okay, so clipping level is green. The tracking level is V in minus VD on minus VB, and magenta color is the V out, and this gray color is my V in. Okay, so next is first you draw the gray color input waveform. Okay, starting from zero, positive peak is plus Vm, minus Vm is the negative peak. Okay, no, any complexity over here. Next is draw immediately the tracking level. So tracking level in numbers form will be zero point 0.3 over here. So obviously it will come greater at a higher, I mean it will be above zero. So when you draw the tracking level, next thing is, now see, you have drawn the input waveform with reference to this x-axis, time axis. So now you have to draw a waveform, right? Keeping the clipping level as the reference axis. And it should be almost like tracking the input waveform. So I will draw this orange color waveform. Right now it is overridden by this magenta color, but you have to draw this tracking waveform. And now you remember your output waveform will always fall on the tracking waveform only. Okay, so now what is the first condition? Diode will be turned on. When it will turn on? When V in is greater than VD on minus VB. Now what is this? This is minus VD on plus VB. Okay, I think this is VD on minus VB, right? So in this equation, if I substitute V in as VD on minus VB, I will get V out equal to, I mean, if I input is greater than VD on minus VB, I will get output greater than zero. So if my in the tracking level, if it is above zero, whatever is the level of tracking level, that will become my output. Okay, so my output will track the input, but with a shift of VD on minus VB. So this tracking level is with a shift of VD on minus VB. So in the in the waveform over here, for the positive values of V in, your entire tracking level will be become my output. Okay, understanding? And for V in less than VD on minus VB, in this equation, if my V in becomes less than VD on minus VB, that means my V out is becoming negative. So as soon as my V out becomes, if my V out tries to goes negative, that means this tracking level is go to negative, my output will be zero. So here it is, output is zero. Okay, so that's how you plot this waveform. First the input, next draw the tracking, next draw the clipping level, then the tracking level, and then impose these conditions. Okay, now how will you check the VTC curve? So for the VTC curve, it's pretty straightforward. So over here, first of all, we have to mark this level minus VD on clipping level. Actually it will be over here VD on minus VB. No, yeah, wait. So for the voltage transfer characteristics, first you draw a line of V in. So after you have drawn a line of V in, the output over here will be zero until V in is less than VD on minus VB. So this is my VD on minus VB line, correct? Whenever V in is less than VD on minus VB, your output is zero. And after that, it will be running in parallel with this V in curve, as you can see. So what is this parallel V in curve? I mean V out curve, the magenta color. This is the line of V in minus VD on minus VB. This is that line. Okay, and the difference between the input line and this output line will be that the difference is VD on minus VB, as you can see over here. Okay, so the output is tracking the input, but with a shift of VD on minus VB. So that's how you plot your characteristics VTC curve. Now immediately we can go to the LTspice and do the settings. So first of all, only thing changed over here is the supply. So to change the supply, you can click on this and click on control R twice. So you have changed the supply now. Okay, the supply has gone reverse. So this is the same circuit of clipper number 10, as we can see. Let me show it to you again. Yeah, this is the same circuit now. Now we'll simulate this circuit and first of all check out the VTC curve. Yeah, as you can see very clearly in the waveform which we are checking in the LTspice, this blue color is my output. Okay, as you can see, it is running in parallel with this red color line after it has reached a particular value. So here it is. Okay, so this is my zero level. So it is definitely going beyond that negative x-axis. Okay, negative x-axis. Yeah, it is VD on minus VB. So it is 1 volt. 0.7 minus 1 volt. So somewhere around 0.3 it will be. Okay, so we can check it out over here. This will be somewhere around 0.3. Fine. And yeah, after that, it will go run in parallel with the input line. And that is exactly what is showing over here. Okay. So that's how you get the plots in the VTC. I mean, we have to check the input output waveform also, right? So that we didn't check. So let me close this. Let me simulate this. So first I'll plot V in and then I'll plot V out. So here it is. Okay, so they are coming quite close. Now let's take the VB value slightly higher. Let's take a number as 1.5. Okay, and let's do this. Let's simulate it again. Then you will get a clear picture. Yeah, now it is clear. Absolutely clear. Now let's do the math. So over here, what we have given is we have given VB over here just for the simplicity. This highest level over here reached over here is VM minus VD on minus VB. Okay, and what is a VM in the LTspice over here? Right now it is 5 minus VD on is 0.7 and here it is minus 1.5. Okay, so how much is the number over here coming? It will be equal to 5 minus 2.2. So this number will come out to be, okay, this is 0.7, this is minus 1.5, no, not 2.2, it will be 5 minus 0.7 minus 1.5. So basically this number will be, here you will get in the bracket you will get as 0.8 plus 0.8. Okay, because inside the bracket you have outside the bracket you have minus sign, so here it will be 5.8. Okay, this level should be 5.8, even greater than the input. Let's check it out, output waveform. As you can see, 5.8. See, 5.82. According to our calculation, it should be 5.8, and we are getting exactly that, as you can see. And in the output waveform also over here, we are getting that. Okay, so if you follow this approach, then you will never make a mistake. As you can clearly see, it's becoming 0 exactly at the x-axis, that is the time axis, the 0 level over here, DC level with the 0 DC level. So here also the clipping level and the tracking waveform is not visible, only the output, which is in the magenta color, it is visible over here. See here. Okay, and also at the starting point, it is not starting at the clipping level. So our clipping level is VB minus VD on. So in our case, VB is 1.5 and VD on is 0.7. So 1.5 minus 0.7 is 0.8. So this will be starting somewhere around close to 0.8. Yeah, close to that. Okay, because VD on is not equal to 0.7 exactly. Fine. So this is how you get the input output characteristics for clipper number 10. Now, what will be the name of this clipper? It is clipping of the negative portion. So it will be biased series negative clipper. That's the name. Biased series negative clipper. Okay, so this was all about clipper number 10 and the input output waveform. So that is all for this session. Next time we will start with a series clipper, but with a positive series clipper. So until then, have a good day and thank you.